Hi and welcome to my potato video. Okay, so I'm trying out if I can record without looking at myself, because I guess looking at myself is a bit awkward. So I will probably not be cutting in this video, because that's just too much for my disorganized brain. So I don't remember how long ago I uploaded last time. I can see nobody has watched my latest video, which I was thinking of maybe I should remove it because I look so damn ugly in the thumbnail. But then I had to remember that I mean, if I'm gonna be that puritanical and perfect, then I'm not going to have a channel and go anywhere in life, because I just can't live up to the standard I set for myself. So I've been thinking about making videos, but can never get around to doing it. I get, once in a blue moon I get a moment where I feel like maybe I can, and now is one of those moments, so I'm going to do it, and I think I'm going to just upload this the way it is. Even if it's a bad video, it's still a video, unlike, me just thinking about uploading something and never actually uploading it, which is what I do most of the time. I think about doing a lot and never actually doing it. So I should be trying to do things. So I found out just today that I will probably maybe get to go on ADHD medication. And I have been diagnosed with something close to that, but maybe not completely officially ADHD. But when I read posts and memes and things like that, it's just I never understood that you could have it without being physically hyperactive. I used to think you have to be running around screaming and everything all the time, which I'm not. If anything, I'm less active than what you're supposed to. But now I understand that hyperactivity can also be mental, and I'm very mentally hyperactive to the point where I can't really do anything, because I'm a very disorganized mess. That's why I think I don't get around to doing videos, even though I should. But now I'm doing it, and so motivation seems to not be working that well, just in general. It's easy to imagine doing something in theory, it's harder to do it in practice. I was a bit skeptical to taking medication because it's portrayed, or it's labeled as like medicine for ADHD, and I'm just thinking, it's not a disease, and should I really, if I have it, then it's like I've had it all my life, it's a part of who I am, it's what made me who I am very much. Do I really want to get rid of that? I have a huge ego, and that is why I have some trouble, stomaching that I would have to get rid of my personality. Currently I'm completely sober. I'm not on anything. Well, I had a bit of caffeine, or whatever you call it, in the morning, a couple of hours ago, so I guess I'm not completely sober, but I'm not on any drugs or anything. So who knows what will happen when I start I don't know. Now I'm getting a bit lost for whatever reason. So this is the problem. I just never can do anything. Just end up getting lost in everything I do. Even with the motivation that comes in the beginning, I get lost. And it's sad to think about what I could have been and what I'm not. I don't know, I'm 22 years old, I've dropped out of school when I was 14. Over 8 years of doing absolutely nothing. And what do? I can't get those years back. So what does it matter what happens now? I often don't even want to think about the future. I just want to think that I should disappear. Just want to numb the pain. Almost. I almost not don't want to exist at all. So that I don't have to think about anything. So that I don't think about what could have been, what I could have been, and what wasn't. How far I am from the idealized version of myself that I thought of. Just having no direction at all. So I've been watching some content about ADHD lately, and the pill, not that much about the medication, just that it could stabilize your dopamine levels so you're able to focus. I guess that's technically what I've been trying to do all along with my binge eating, which may be a topic for a different video. Comfort eating, listening to music for hours, and so on. I've been trying to heighten my dopamine levels, I guess, in different ways. If ADHD is a dopamine deficiency, then isn't what I'm trying to do essentially not cure it? I don't know, because you can't do that. I mean, if you have it all the time, even when you're high or whatever you say. But it's interesting because I'm like simultaneously I'm like, I don't want to cure anything about myself except my anxiety and depression. Those can go to hell. But not who I am, I don't want to cure. But I don't know, with the dopamine, are you really going to identify with your lack of dopamine and your lack of comfort and happiness, essentially? I don't know. I don't want to cure anything that is me, but isn't that kind of what I'm already trying to do by eating more than what's reasonable. You know, I've had a huge pancake binge the last 2-3 days maybe, and now I'm finally at a place where I can get anything done, even though, as you can see here, it's not that great at all. I expect more from myself, because in my head I'm so articulate and eloquent, and I can put myself into words, and then when I actually do it, and this happens, and I don't know, I've been talking for like almost 10 minutes without really saying anything. And who wants to hear that? Who wants to hear someone who just talks and never says anything? Which leads me to just never talk, because I don't wanna be. I wanna have something to say when I actually do talk. I want it to mean something, have some sort of an impact, not just be a huge word salad. But anyway, I need to do some blood work, they say, before trying the medication, and see if anything happens. I've heard some positive things about it, how it's like life-saving and amazing, and I don't know if it will, maybe when I take those I will be more calm and I won't think that it's like such a huge blow to my ego. Maybe this constant need for validation and feeling like you're good enough is also just a search for the dopamine that doesn't necessarily exist there. Maybe it's also another sign that I need to stabilize that. Because it's like I'm addicted to validation. I'm addicted to feeling like I'm good enough. Even though on some level I understand that it doesn't matter. I don't have to be good or anything. Life isn't about being good. Bad people, stupid people, worthless people need to exist. They have a right to exist too, so why can't I exist? And just enjoy life. But I feel like, I need to justify myself. I need to constantly prove that I can amount to something, and that I can do it on my own without anything external, like a pill. So I wonder if that's, if it's just kind of like another addiction that I have, along with food addiction, and who knows what else. And, maybe it won't matter that much if I'm, getting having a stable dopamine levels. Then maybe I won't need that, essentially. What do you think? Comment down below. So what was I talking about? Wait, I'm trying to get my brain to work for once. Trying to get my 2 brain cells to cooperate. Yeah, I don't know. The pill. I feel like if I accomplish something on the pill, then it won't be, I can't take credit for it personally, because I couldn't do it without it, so then it's not me doing it really, it's just the pill. But at the same time I said that a pill on itself can't do anything. It's just a little piece of some chemical stuff. You see, I'm not very educated on this, but it can't write anything, it can't create anything, it can't come up with ideas. It will still be me who comes up with it, and yet it doesn't feel like I can take credit. But I guess I just have to remind myself that the majority of the credit, or at least some of it, needs to go to me, since again a pill is just a pill. It can't do anything on its own. It needs the human to be able to perform and do things, and that will be me, if it somehow ends up actually making me more capable of doing the things that I always wanted to, the things that I'm always thinking about, and that I desperately want to do but can never find any motivation or organize my thoughts in a way that make it possible. As you can see now, being all over the place, just having so much to say but yet getting so little out there. I don't know. Probably should stop here. so that it doesn't get even longer, because that's not necessary. Maybe I'll publish some more videos, but this is this video.